Om Tat Sat. My humble prostrations to the all-pervading Brahman or God, to my worshipful Guruji, Swami Jyotirmayananda Maharaj, to all the sages and saints, and to each of you divine soul watching this satsang. So today we will be studying Sutra number 7 from the Kaivalya Pad of the Raja Yoga Sutras of Patanjali Maharaj. Commentaries by my worshipful Guruji, Swami Jyotirmayananda ji, and narrated by myself, Swami Nikhilananda. So let's get started. Sutra 7 from Kaivalya Pad. Karma ashukla akrishnam yogi astrividham itiresham. Let's repeat. Karma ashukla akrishnam yogi astrividham itiresham, which means karma is beyond virtue and vice for the yogis, while it is of 3 types for others, for everybody else who is not following the path of yoga. So the explanation: a yogi transcends all karmas or actions. He goes beyond virtue and vice. But all others are bound by karmas that are of 3 types: virtuous, vicious, and mixed. Therefore they are called Shukla, Krishna, and Mishrit. Shukla karmas are actions that are in accordance with the rules of yamas and niyamas. So somebody who's following the virtuous path. Actions that give rise to virtuous impressions. And Krishna karmas are actions that are opposed to the yamas and niyamas. So you don't do those things, you do wrong things, like you don't tell the truth, you don't follow brahmacharya, you don't follow the rules of non-violence, etc. So they're backed up by violence, falsehood, and greed, and they give rise to sinful and unrighteous impressions. So those who are not yogis are bound by Shukla Krishna karmas or mixed karmas. So there are, for everybody else, there are some good, some bad, so they have mixed bag of karmas. A blend of virtuous karmas that gives rise to happiness and a vicious karma that gives rise to pain. Therefore, most people, you will notice, alternate between pleasure and pain. It's called sukh and dukh. In the case of an enlightened yogi, the kleshas exist in him in dagdavastha, which means the kleshas have been burnt up state, and therefore his actions produce neither pleasure nor pain, because the karmas have lost their potency. They will not germinate again. A sage performs actions without the sense of doership and enjoyership, and consequently no new karmas are generated. So established in the self, he is beyond virtue and vice, and all his actions are called a Shukla, a Krishna, neither white nor black. So that is how the yogis advance on this path. And this was Sutra number 7. This is Swami Nikhilananda. We will be covering Sutra number 8 tomorrow. Om Tat Sat.